On December 9th, 2024, Chris Martin joined Jacob Collier on stage during his final world tour stop at the O2 Arena in London to perform a one-of-a-kind live rendition of Fix You, one of my favorite pop songs of the last 30 years, alongside an audience choir of 15,000. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yes! I love him so much. Full voice, again connected, but much more breath flowing. Don't want a mic stand just hanging around.
Keep me where the light is.
Yeah. Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Johan Bester, here from Johannesburg, South Africa. And if you have any knowledge, prior knowledge of me and my channel, you will know that I'm a massive, massive fan of Jacob Collier. He's groundbreaking, pushing the envelope. Pitch is overrated, yay, which I agree with, kind of way of doing things and taking well-known songs and totally revamping them, always making it better and more powerful and more impacting. The man is just brilliant, and he brings, above all, so much joy to people. And in this clip that I saw for the first time a few months ago, which I want to share with you today, you can see that again. You can see that in the audience responses and reactions. You can see that in how he collaborates with Chris. There's just joy. It's just, I think people feel so relaxed at a Jacob Collier show, you know, because it's just so human, such a human experience. Just beautiful. So let's check it out together. Now, this is a channel, if you haven't been here before, where I react. So I might pause and talk about things in the music that I think are worth talking about. You know, the reason why something is amazing. The reason why we feel the way we feel when we listen to music and when we watch a performance like this. So let's get into it.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face.
Let's pause there quickly. So he has said it, and I have said it. Jacob Collier is not in the first place a singer. He is a brilliant musician who can use, and does use, anything to make music. I mean, his first album was called In My Room, and he recorded it entirely in his room, the room that he grew up in, a room that is full of hundreds of different things that can make sound. And he can literally use a spoon or a stack of papers or whatever. So he uses his voice as another musical instrument, which of course it is, but to add a very specific kind of layer to the music that he's creating. When you try your best. Sometimes he makes his vowels so dark, like when, instead of when you try, right? So just doesn't just sing in the expected or conventional way, but he plays around with his voice a lot. Sometimes looking at his face is very entertaining. I sometimes prefer to listen to him rather than look at him sing, because he really pulls his face in a very specific way to create these specific sounds that he wants to make. So it's just lovely how in this first verse he just sort of sang the melody pretty straightforward in the way that we know it, but with these sort of very dark vowels, not all the time, but a lot of the time. And now in the second verse, he's just going to be very creative.
When you lose something that you can't replace, wow.
Can't replace, like speaking.
When you love someone and it goes to waste, oh, could it be worse?
Totally different sound again.
Sing it. Lights will guide you home, and we'll light your world, and I will try.
Just want to stop again. So the way that he takes that super, super well-known melody in the second verse and totally transforms it without losing something of the original melody's beauty and emotional and musical intention. That is such a skillful thing to do. We talk about it a lot, you know, covering other people's music. And that phrase, make a song your own. It is so hard to do that. Because some people change it up for the sake of changing it up, or making it very different or funky, or changing the modality from major to minor or whatever, changing time signatures. People do all sorts of things to try and do a unique, different, new version of a song. But sometimes those elements that people use takes something away from the beauty of the original. So if you can take an original song, especially a super well-known song like this, and change up the melody without losing what the song originally wanted to be and say and how it said it, that is brilliant. The chords, of course, that he uses. I mean, I've stopped trying to analyze the chord progressions while he plays because my brain just isn't big enough. But so beautiful how he started in the low B flat, when you try your best, in the beginning, and now he's was. He goes to the B flat 2 octaves up. Totally changed the color of the vowels. Changed the rhythm in the melody. So creative, but so emotionally connected still. So good. I think the crowd was wondering, is Chris gonna come? He does live in the UK.
I'm not that good. I'm the worst musician in this room.
Oh my God.
Did he change to E?
Yeah, we need that.
Shit. Okay. Hold on.
Okay, before we listen to the next bit, isn't what I said in my intro just again exemplified here? I mean, I'm also a huge fan of Chris Martin and Coldplay. But Chris is a human. Just, oh my gosh. Have you heard? You've got all my love. Have you seen the video with Dick Van Dyke? I mean, have you seen interviews held with Chris Martin? Just a human. And him sitting there saying, I'm the worst musician in the room. I don't think he really believes he's the worst musician, but it's such a, for me, a sincere humility. He's just so in awe of Jacob, and he said it many times. They've collaborated on a number of things. So he's just humble. I mean, he's not even dressed for a concert of this magnitude, in my humble opinion. But he's just so over trying to prove something. You know, he's just himself. It's that authenticity, that humility, combined with the gifting and the charisma, the natural charisma that both of these men have. Look at people's response in the crowd. And I think they're like, can this get any more fantastic? This experience, you know, it's an emotional connection that already is there, obviously in the arena during the concert. And now it's just like, oh my gosh, this is just even better, you know? So real, so human. I just absolutely think it's to be celebrated.
Typical Jacob. Well, high up above or down below, when you were too in love to let it show. But if you never try, you'll never know just what you were.
Forgot the words.
Stick to our chords. Or in the chorus. Lights will guide you on and ignite your bones. And I will try to fix you.
Here we go. Audience participation, baby. It tells Chris to keep playing the E. Here comes the bridge. Such an experience.
Tears stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face, and
Wow, wow, wow.
tears stream down your face. I promise you I will learn from my mistake. Tears stream down your face, and lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. I will try to fix you.
That's what it is. I actually get quite emotional. The way the music affects me. The song, like I said, one of my favorite pop songs of the last 30 years. Brilliantly written song. But the creativity, the emotional connection, I know I'm repeating myself, but the humanity of what happens in a moment like this is, there's nothing that can top that. And that is one of the most incredible things about music. Music sounds like a massive cliche, but music connects people, humanity. I've sung with choirs from Korea who couldn't speak a word of English, who learned a song in my native language, Afrikaans, phonetically, and we would stand in a circle and sing this song, and the unity in our humanity was just there. Boom. So the power of music, but the power of you, the power of you as an instrument. Each person in that arena, I'm sure, felt empowered. Well, not maybe each one, but, most people. And people will leave these concerts and go, when I sang with Chris and Jacob, we made music together. We created a unique, never before heard version of Fix You. It was us. It was our collective souls. It was our collective creativity. It was spur of the moment. I mean, you can clearly see Chris Martin sits there and he's like, his eyes is like a little boy. He's like, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know. It's just, this is not so new anymore because he's been doing this for a number of years, but his fame is just growing. But more important than fame, the impact that he has on people is just growing and growing and growing. And more multiplied thousands of people have these kinds of experiences in a JACOB Collier concert. And it's just, it feels like it's changing the world. Do you know what I mean? It's, of course, there are still wars, there are still terrible things like poverty, and I mean, let's not get heavy. But this kind of moment, for me, is a world-changing moment. Because it's turning the hearts of people towards something pure and something beautiful, something unifying. It's incredible. I don't know what else to say. But I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for Jacob. I'm grateful for him. Grateful for his gift, and I'm grateful for how he chooses to use his gift to make all of our lives better. Honestly. There seems to be no intention of being famous and making money and going into the machine, that is just there to produce the next hit song and make more money, you know? It just doesn't seem like that's his heart. But to bring people together, to unite, to uplift, to give people... I mean, you saw people in that audience just break down and cry, just at the beauty of the moment. It's not that starstruck thing as much. It's not like, oh my gosh, it's Justin Bieber, so I'm going to jump up and down. No, it's this moment in my life, what I'm feeling now. I will never forget it. It is so precious because it's such a deep, deep human experience. I'm starting to blabber on, so I will stop. But thank you for spending the time with me. I hope you enjoyed sharing this moment with me. If you haven't seen this before, then I really encourage you to go and search for the clip and watch the whole thing. Put on some headphones, or if you have some really good quality speakers, you know, because it's a sound experience as well. And just enjoy it. But yeah, I just wanted to share this moment with you, and I appreciate you spending the time with me. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Share it with somebody. Please subscribe. It would really help me. And until next time, I'm sure Jacob would agree with me. I want you to know that your voice matters.